Hello, underground people. I've run out of catchy, snazzy intros, but that's okay. That's not going to stop me from at least trying and failing miserably. Anyway, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. My name, of course, is Orbit Potato. Now, the first thing you might notice is, oh my goodness, Orbital, look at all of this water that you seem to have accrued. Indeed, I have accrued all of this water because we have officially got two thermal aquatuners, both made out of the correct resource. We're not quite up and running with regards to steam turbines quite yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're heating up. We're heating up the steam pretty darn fast, and that is going to mean that that we're going to be able to stop using these ridiculous natural gas machines over here. Yeah, they are ridiculously expensive. Very, very expensive indeed. So I'm going to try and phase these out as quickly as possible. In fact, can I get just a gas shutoff? And then can I get like a switch? Yeah, just like a manually toggled switch. Would that be okay? I think that that would be okay. I think that that would be okay. Okay, just give me like a gas shutoff right there. Perfect. That across there. That across there. And that gas pipe deconstruct. That gas pipe, yep, perfect. Let's whap down a quick little signal switch right over there, as short as can be. And we'll get that built all at priority number 9, and that will just allow us to control the natural gas generator as and when. I don't think that we really need any more sort of complicated mechanics other than that, you know, just something to get us by, really. Should be relatively easy. And then hopefully, in the meantime, we will be up and running with steam pressure or steam power, steam turbine power. You get the picture. No power wire connected. That's a bit of a problem. Let me have a wee look-see. This network is still very much in existence, so I might as well connect that one up. Perfect. Okay, so I haven't talked about what I wish to accomplish in today's episode. Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest. I want to try and move all of this natural gas that we've got floating around. I want to move it into a sort of central storage location, which I've already built. I want to expand my storage somewhat, because as I'm sure you will be aware through, you know, just watching the last couple of videos, we've created this massive natural gas pipeline almost, and it's meant that that we're now consuming a lot more natural gas than originally we were. In fact, we quite literally doubled our natural gas output. So we need to try and get this under control. We need to try and capture, or should I say recapture, some of these resources. So that's what we're going to try and do in this here episode. I'm also thinking that maybe, just maybe, the amount of steam that we have in this room is a bit of a problem. Yeah, it might be a bit of a problem. But unfortunately, there's not much that we can really do about that. There's also not really much that we can do about the fact that we are consuming natural gas at the moment, because until this area is, you know, sort of fully up and running, and as soon as the turbines are powering this area, there's not much that we can really do. Not much that we can really do at all. We just got to make sure that this thing heats stuff up as quickly as we possibly can, and hope that it heats it up pretty quickly. Now, the other thing that we've got to be aware of is we could have a situation which leads to our base flooding. That's not a situation that I'd like to countenance, to be honest, but it is something that we realistically need to be aware of. Okay. It's coming out here at 20 degrees Celsius. What are we testing for? If it's below 25, send it to... Hold on. If it's below 25, send it round again. Is that what I'm saying? I can't even remember. Okay. Hold up. That's 28. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, I seem to be managing. That's great. Okay, well, as long as it's working, then that's great. And it looks like already the very, very cold water that we're now producing, it's much, much cooler than it was before. This is 6 degrees Celsius as opposed to, it used to be like 14 degrees Celsius, I think. So, you know, already we're making a pretty substantial improvement there. Right, but as I say, I want to get natural gas sort of recaptured in this episode here. Truth be told, I would quite like to set up a system that filters gas around the base. I mean, we've already got the beginnings of a system right over here. I mean, if we have a little look at our gas overlay, you can see that we already test for a bunch of different stuff. This tests for carbon dioxide. This tests for polluted oxygen. And this is sort of the main incoming pipe. I think that we want to try and, well, I don't want to say deconstruct this entire area because we don't want to do that, but we want to sort of shift things around slightly so that it all works just a little bit better. Because at the moment it's not very efficient, and we're not testing for natural gas. We're not testing for... What are we not testing for? We're not testing for oxygen, even though we probably don't want to. We're not testing for chlorine, even though we probably don't need to be. And we're not testing for steam, even though we probably don't need to be. So on the whole, it doesn't actually matter, but we need to be testing for carbon dioxide and for polluted oxygen. And we need to try and get more polluted oxygen into here. I mean, we have just got far too few puffs actually surviving over here. So I think first things first, right? We need to try and cut this area off. So let's sort of try and properly insulate this area. Yeah, let's get a ladder up the side there. Sure. Let's try and cut this area off. Great. That's all priority number 9. Let's bring it down to priority number 8, because nothing that we're doing in this episode is going to be like super high priority number 9 sort of stuff. But it is pretty darn important. It is pretty darn important. Or also, we need to test for hydrogen as well. So, I mean, this is kind of like the apex of the base. So I think that we should probably set this area to be dug out accordingly. Yeah, set that area to be dug out. Sure, and then we'll sort of use this area as best we can. How are we doing power-wise? We're not doing too badly power-wise. Temperatures below. Yeah, we need to try and... I mean, we need to get hotter stuff. We need to put more... We need to put more thermal aquatuners into this room, I think. The more the merrier. You are truly a remarkable individual, Jasper. I must say. Okay, why... No? Oh, that's a skill. That's a skill required. All right, there you go. Just get out of there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay, so once we've got this area sealed off, we're going to start pumping stuff out. I'd like to try and get like a proper pump in here, but I don't know if I really want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the electricity consumption. I also don't want to deal with the fact that it's going to take a heck of a lot more resources to build. So yeah, let's just not worry about that. Okay, let's build a mini pump up there. To be honest, we have got more than enough plastic to justify the construction of a little one. There we go. Cool. So let's get that in place. And then let's bring down... I should probably be using insulated gas pipe. There we go. And that's not where I wanted to build, but sure, I guess it can kind of work. And then we'll feed that into the main sort of gas input pipe. And that should all work relatively smoothly. Cancel that build as it's unreachable. That's a-okay. Okay, so as you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to start pumping whatever gases are in this room out. And that should be grand. The other thing that I wanted to do, I wanted to either move this oil refinery or put it in a place where the oil refinery emitted natural gas. Yeah, because I completely forgot that it emitted natural gas. And that's where all of our natural gas has been coming from. That is where absolutely all of the stuff has been coming from. So we need to create a natural gas... I'll use granite, sure. We need to create like a natural gas room. And there's no reason not to have the natural gas geyser in that room as well. So we want to just basically create a massive room for all of this natural gas. Also gives us an opportunity to just sort of replace all of this nonsense that we've got kicking around. There we go. Just trying to sort of flesh out what a room could conceivably look like. Yeah. I need to do something about this polluted water. What I think we're going to do is we're going to create a large deposit down here. So let's get in place a nice big long ladder. And instead, let's open this sort of bottom layer out, and we'll just have a massive polluted water store. Yeah, I think that that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I think we've got some good plans in place. This is gonna work. It's gonna work. This is gonna work reasonably well, I think. I'm quite confident. I'm very confident, in fact. Also, we have a hatchling now. I don't know why my hatchlings keep on dying. I mean, they all seem pretty darn happy. Only a young one, obviously. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll learn to live a happy life. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. This is so darn cold. It's so darn cold. Right, disable the auto repair on that mini liquid pump. Also, something else that I should mention that I did, I turned these tiles from insulated tiles into tiles made of sedimentary rock. Now, sedimentary rock is a thermally reactive material, which means that it's not going to require a lot of energy in order to raise the temperature. So that, hopefully, is going to have the knock-on effect of sort of bringing some of this heat up. Because as we know from past experience, I've not had the greatest time changing slicksters into molten slicksters, because I put the slicksters into this heat, and if we have a little look at their livable range, they can only live up to 160 degrees Celsius, and only half of this room is the adequate temperature. So what I'm doing is I'm raising the temperature in the sort of area over here, and that is instead going to make everything work. That gas pipe is going to be deconstructed, priority number 9, because I want all of the carbon dioxide instead to go into this room. Yeah. That's good. Also, it looks like natural gas-wise we're pumping natural gas again, which is bloomin' fantastic, because otherwise I think would be out of the stuff very, very soon indeed. In fact, we already might be out of the stuff. We're not out of the stuff per se, but we need to get, as a priority 9 endeavor, we need to get all that stuff connected up. Yeah, so we actually have output from all of our natural gas generators. Yeah. Cool. Great. Do that. And hopefully we're going to be able to recycle a little bit of this stuff that's sort of floating around the base at the moment. And let's turn off that switch and see if we can survive for a little bit at least with just turbine power. It's going to be the real test to see if this actually works. Okay. Stick that up at priority number 9. Right, we need to make sure that we absolutely do not overflow on water, because that will lead to consequences just as bad. Well, I say that, not just as bad. That's not true. It'll lead to consequences that are almost as bad. Oh, projectile. I don't care about any of this. Lead to consequences almost as bad as not having any water. That is a major lie. That is totally false. Not having any water is a major problem, whereas having too much water is it's a blessing. Okay, how are we doing? We're okay. We're kind of holding even on power. Kind of holding even on power, but not really. I say that. Empty pipe? Hold up. What? No. Oh, the coal has run out. We've run out of coal. Have we actually just straight up run out of coal? Well, that can happen occasionally. I hate when it does happen. Have we straight up run out of coal? Oh, gosh darn it. Just as things were going so well. Okay, well, we're going to have to go and excavate just a little bit more coal, unfortunately. There we go. Somebody go and dig that coal over there. Yeah, that's a pretty big bummer, isn't it? Right. Okay, that's gonna keep us going for a little bit. Hopefully it's not gonna mess with the power too much. Hopefully we'll be able to run the aquatuners and the turbines a little bit. Alrighty then, nice. Okay, but is that literally us out of coal? 1,000. Yeah, it actually is. Wowzers. Okay. Well, we can't run the coal generator on coal any longer. We can't run it on anything else because it's a coal generator. Could get some solar panels, but we don't have any glass. Although we... in fact, no, we don't even have the opportunity to make a glass generator. We could make a petroleum generator. Produces carbon dioxide and polluted water. Both of those things are okay. Hydrogen generator, that's not really what we're after. I mean, can we do any more research? I do want to do a little bit of research. I do. That's something that we could do, but I don't think we got any more power research left. No, that's not power research. No, not really. We do have sort of advanced research, which I do want to do. Molecular forge. I should get this. I should get both of these things. Oxalate, a small amount of gold. Nah. Ethanol distiller. I should get that. That sounds like a total hoot. Ore scrubber and a desalinator. I mean, I haven't really had the need to desalinate anything as of yet. I do need a water sieve. I mean, that's pretty like basic stuff that I just don't have. But I don't really want to do any more research at the moment because it's not really like we've got anything super essential waiting on us. We just need to get across the line in terms of power, really, and everything else. That is a much more pressing priority. Okay. Well, the options that present us to replace the power generator, the coal power generator, that is, I don't like. I don't like at all. I don't like at all. No, not even a bit. Not even a bit. Just having a look at the germ overlay. As you can see, there is no germs in that chlorine. How cool is that? In fact, there's no germs really in our base at all. It's very, very cool. But back to the discussion of power. I mean, what we could do, but yeah, what I might do actually is just bring a natural gas generator down into this room, or not necessarily down into this room, but just down like over here. If I stick down a natural gas generator, I don't like it because so much of my construction is going to be reliant upon natural gas as a resource, which, you know, strikes me as a bad idea. We want to obviously have redundancies in place. If I do that, that would probably be okay. Right. Iron, yep. Ooh, that's a bad bit of thing to make. There we go, okay. I mean, does it need to go up here? The whole point of putting the natural gas generator up here is that it can dip directly down into the... can drip directly down into the sort of polluted water that we've got going on over there. But I guess it doesn't have to. I guess what we could probably just do is just deconstruct this. Deconstruct that wall. Cancel the construction of that. And then we'll set up a natural gas generator somewhere over here. Yeah, I should probably also stick down a smart battery, but... that's for another day. Okay. Get that all dug out as well. Priority 9 that. That transformer is a massive problem. That needs to be... I don't know why the auto repair was turned off on that, but that needs to be done right now. The heat in this area is absolutely extreme. And I don't know why. I think it's because I'm using water as a coolant, and the water is heating up above 100 degrees Celsius. However, this should be pumping again, which is important. There we go. Okay, great. We got water which is pumping. That's cool. So at least we're heating up the steam. Okay, nope. Turn on. Priority 9, please. Yes. Man, we need to have a purge. We need to have a purge of a bunch of stuff, actually. Okay, let's get this building deconstructed. Priority 9, please. Get that deconstructed. And at the same time, let's get the natural gas pipe to come out this way. Yep. And let's see if we can sort of seamlessly slip in a natural gas generator. Okay. At least the thermal aquatuners are up and running now. We managed to switch the switch before the bedtime procedure kicked in. That's cool. To be honest, we could use some of this water just to cool down. We could use some of this water to cool down this area. I know it's not really... I mean, it is a pretty key... It is a pretty key area for us. I mean, if we could divert some of this really, really cool water and sort of take it back around. In fact, that would not be the most difficult thing in the world to do. Given that the water comes down this one, and then this water is a going up pipe that deposits... Yeah, it deposits water at the very top. It would actually be relatively easy to do that. So why don't we try that? Okay, let's insulated pipe, split off water over here. Yeah, this, by the way, this whole infrastructure of using this water to cool down the machines, that's a no-go. That is a no-go. Unless, hold on, unless we use the water coming from this area. Oh, suddenly I've had a magnificent idea. Okay, keep the exit network the same, but get rid of all of that liquid pipage right there. And instead, what I want to do is I want to divert up, and we'll have liquid radiant pipe over there. Sure. Then let's go back to insulated pipe. And then let's go liquid bridge. Okay, that's cool. And then that can go in there like so, and then that can flow out like so. Okay, great. So this way, we should be able to keep 100% of our water in the system, and we can also use that water to, well, turn the aqua tuners and therefore enable our steam to work. Okay, this is going to work perfectly. It means that I also need to capture the excess water as well. So let's get these pipes all deconstructed similarly. Get that pipe deconstructed as well. That pipe deconstructed as well. Right, let's get all of this priority 9. I don't know what I built those pipes out of. Those radiant pipes out of. Copper? Whatever. Not sure it's a big deal, to be honest. Prioritize that. All at priority 9. Okay, this is going to be good. We're going to get this area all fixed up. It's going to work perfectly. Alrighty. So now what we do is we take the insulated pipe, the insulated output of here, here, and here. We take it down, we go around and up, and a bridge right over there, and connect that up right in there. Great. So that way, we're going to allow this area to cool down fairly well. And that should make everything relatively easy. Right, and we should be able to fix all of the overheating damage fairly easily as well. Okay, mission kind of accomplished, actually. And that will solve yet another issue. It'll solve an issue further downstream as well, because, as I mentioned, our water is, well, it's filling up. It is absolutely filling up at a fair pace. So that's real good. Okay, we're pumping heat around here, or we're pumping water around the system. That's working fairly well. I need to enable this. So I need to enable water in here. So when we do have water in here, turn that pump off. And with that pump off, it means that this pump should only pump every so often. Yeah, okay. I'm not convinced that this is the best way to go about doing this sort of test that I want to test, but it's okay. It works for now. It's a sort of rudimentary way of testing exactly what we want. So that's very, very cool indeed. Okay. All right. This is working. This is working. It's all working pretty darn well. What's not working is the fact that I have forgotten completely to stick in one of these things. That's right. One of these things. Bish bash bosh, come out there, and let's get a slightly longer pipe. Cool. And what do you know? Turns out that there is a carbon dioxide output right over here. Great. Let's leave this door on auto for now. Let's get that tile deconstructed. And let's prioritize all of this at priority 9. I'm hoping that we will have 0 downtime. Okay, can I get this flip switched? Flip switched? Switch flipped, please. Okay. Nice. Okay. So we should be filling up, yep, this thing with coolant. That's very, very cool. Need natural gas. That's okay. We're working on it. Lovely. Nice. Okay, so that is going to be our power network sort of saved. Aha, great. We ran out of power, but only momentarily. That's totally fine. Yeah. Alright, here's hoping that we can get the steam turbines to run themselves. No. No. Not at all. Okay, we're gonna have to jumpstart this thing again, because we're just not getting anywhere. We're just not getting anywhere. But that's okay, because we're pumping probably more natural gas in there. We're pumping more natural gas in than we're pumping out, which is quite an important thing to do if we want to ensure that we don't run out of natural gas. We're doing okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super happy that we don't have any natural gas. I'm not super happy that we're running out of natural gas slowly but surely, but it's fine. We're managing. Let's cut off here and up there, like so. Great. That's looking good. And this pump will pump out all of the resources down here. We want to test somewhere for natural gas. I don't know where that someplace is. Because, I mean, we're already testing for natural gas down there, so why don't we connect it over here instead? What is this pipe for? This is not super used. This pipe. Okay, okay. Disable this. Get rid of this gas bridge here. There we go. Deconstruct that gas bridge, right? Great. Deconstruct this gas bridge. Right. And instead, we want to connect this insulated pipe up to here. And then we want to stick this gas pipe down into there. Right? So at first, right, here's the plan, right? So every single subsequent gas pipe is going to connect into this bit of gas pipe right here. So this is going to be the first test. We're going to test for natural gas. If it's natural gas, it's going to be stored in the storage system. If not, it's going to progress upwards. And then it is going to be tested for carbon dioxide. Then it'll go into there. I also want to have a sort of another access tube. Like, I want to start splitting the carbon dioxide from just going into here, from here, and then also into this area. And then if it's not carbon dioxide, it'll go up here. It'll get tested for polluted oxygen in the gas filter right here. And then if it's polluted oxygen, it'll get sent over there. We don't have a hydrogen test, but at the moment, I don't actually have any use for hydrogen. So I think that it's probably okay. What the heck is happening over here? Okay, this is a nightmare. This is a classic orbital potato nightmare up here. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue that bit for deconstruction, as there is a bunch of trash in this area. Yeah, it's garbage. Okay, it's broken. I'm gonna disable that building. There is no reason to have it still pumping. I mean, we don't use this network for anything anymore. So yeah. In fact, just cut this off here. Deconstruct that conductive wire off there. I'm going to redo this area. It's going to require a lot of effort and energy, though. And this cool area is not a cool area anymore. It is a hot area. So that bridge has been burnt. Or melted, as the case may be. Right. Get that turned on. Cool. And that's all prioritized at priority number 9. Fine. I need to get a smart battery set up over here as well, so I'm gonna deconstruct. I don't want to deconstruct that. I don't want to deconstruct that. I don't want to deconstruct this battery, because deconstructing any of the batteries is just, bad. But whatever. Get it set up for deconstruction. We need to stop wasting power like we wasted coal. Right, and then smart battery can go... Yeah. Smart battery. Jumbo battery. Did I not queue up the jumbo battery for deconstruction? Apparently not. Anyone want to destroy the jumbo battery, please? There we go. Get that down. Fantastic. Priority number 99. Ah, we destructed the pipe. I see. That was a doofus move, wasn't it? I don't really understand the rationale behind that. But that's okay. Sure. And let's bridge that gap with a good old trusty automation wire. And might I say, I think that we've got all of the copper to make this area properly start popping. Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. So, let's have a look. So, as we should see water coming down here. We should see it get split off. And then it should be split off yet again if there is any water needed for the coolant in here. If not, it'll get sent up that way. Cool. All right, let's see if it works as intended. It should only be 50% of our water. Right. That doesn't seem to work. Didn't seem to work. And I'm absolutely unsure as to why. I think it may have something to do with a liquid bridge. If I was to stick a liquid bridge right in there, get rid of that insulated pipe underneath, is that going to make any difference? Okay, also, I need to put on the high threshold. What do I have over here? High threshold is 31 and low is 10. Sure. I'll keep it on the same, I guess. Once we get the automation wire, I guess we can be fine. Okay, that should stop pumping. Right, we're saving energy. Saving the planet, one step at a time, eh? Meanwhile, we are absolutely destroying the planet over here. We're burning so much natural gas that it's not even funny. Yeah, that's a real old problem. Right. Is this area working as it should be now? It should be 50% to this area, 50% to the other area. Hey, that works. That works fantastically. Okay, so the water comes in at 3 degrees Celsius. And it immediately starts heating up to very, very hot degrees Celsius. And then it goes back in and back up 95 degrees Celsius. How did it get that hot? Oh, yes, it got that hot from the liquid output over here. I see. I see. Well, 95 degrees Celsius. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter the temperature of the water. Doesn't matter the temperature of the water at all. The hotter, the better the challenge. What temperature does this pipe start to block to overheat at? 125? Well, we're never going to get water that's over 125 degrees Celsius. That's for certain. That I can absolutely categorically guarantee you. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. We might need to do some sort of load balancing at some point, but I mean, for now, that's looking a-okay. Absolutely fine. And it even looks like this little mini liquid pump system is working completely as intended as well. So as you can see, all of the liquid is going to heat up, and then it's going to accrue at the top here. There we go. And now this liquid pump should pump until water reaches this liquid pipe element sensor here. Yeah, there we go. Great. That's really, really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I do want to sort of change this area up. There's not really any reason to have 2 pumps, but it works, and it works for now, so, you know, we might as well leave it as is. Aha, some new printables are available. Curative tablet, sure, I'll take that. I don't think it's really necessary, but, I mean, it's kind of a bonus, right? Is anyone gonna produce me a stinking molten larva egg? No, not really. We're not quite up to the 100 degrees Celsius zone, are we? Almost 100 degrees Celsius. We're getting there. We're trying our best. We are absolutely trying our best. Okay, back to pumping natural gas out of this area. Yeah, what I need to do is I need to move. Well, first of all, I need to deconstruct all of that. I deconstruct that as well. Deconstruct that. Sure. That all priority 8, priority 9, whatever. I think everyone is sufficiently not busy at the moment that can sort of take it a little bit easier. We can set any priority and it'll probably get done. Right. Okay, that's looking quite good actually. And that can just come across here. And with a simple little beep and a simple little boop, we should be grand. Okay, so now what we need to do is need to make sure that all of our sort of all of our gas inputs that we want to filter just need to go into this stretch of pipe right here, or of course any of this stretch of pipe. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. What do you know? What do you know, folks? It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Temperature-wise, I don't think we've ever been doing better. I don't think we've ever done better. Temperature-wise, yep, that's all looking good. Power-wise, I think we're fine for now. Natural gas is coming. What are we? Next activity, 67 cycles. Oh boy. Well, thank goodness we've got this natural gas geyser up and running over here. I need to test this area. I need to test this natural gas geyser for sure. I'm gonna set a priority 5 digging mission over here. Yeah, set a priority 5 digging mission to go and suss out exactly when that natural gas geyser is due to explode. How did you end up living in a little bit of liquid on top of the base? I don't actually know. That's kind of remarkable, to be honest. All right, power systems look good. Nice. You know what? I could totally get a smart battery down here and just change the power system to actually work like it properly should. Okay, that priority 9, great. I should have done this earlier so that we're not wasting as much natural gas as we currently are. But that's not a problem. It's okay. Everything is a learning experience in life, right? Also, I've talked the talk, but I haven't actually walked the walk in this video game, even slightly. So I need to get 2 natural gas pumps. I should probably make them right about... Yeah, there, sure. Natural gas pumps, not natural gas pumps. Yes, just regular mini pumps, actually. And this is where we want to put these... Yeah, we want to put it into this input pipe over there. So we're going to have to connect these gas outputs. And probably this as well, because then we can test for carbon dioxide. Yeah. Put it all in over here. Great. And then I want to get this to connect. A little bit of a wonky long pipe, but that's okay. Reconnect that there. Cool. Deconstruct that there. Cool. And stick that in over there. Okay, it looks janky, but it'll work. One of these days, it will work. Right, that's all priority 9. That's all a sufficiently high priority. That's looking good. All right, very, very happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that. I'm also kind of hoping that we can get a little bit of power siphoned off for these 2 guys. I suppose we can probably just do it on this wire. What's the capacity of this circuit? I just added that without checking at all. The current load is 420. Okay, so not even that much. That's totally fine. The whole thought process here is that maybe, just maybe, we're going to be able to start pumping out all of the stuff that is floating to the top. That's the plan anyway. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to prioritize all of this as priority 8. Yeah, get this all prioritized at priority 8. Whoa, have they already built that pipe? Wowzers. Okay, that is fast. Let's get this all prioritized at priority 8. The smart battery really needs to go ahead of everything else in terms of priority. Because that will just stop our natural gas leaking out of our base. Because at the moment it is leaking fast, I must say. Although the good news is that it is actually going where it needs to go. It's being properly tested, which is great. Yeah, it's going to be replenished. It's going to be replenished over time. Yeah, cool. Nice. I am aware, by the way, that I could, in fact, end up pumping polluted oxygen out of this room. But at the moment, there's so much natural gas that I don't think that there's any chance of that happening. I mean, I don't think we really have that much polluted oxygen going into this room, which is, you know, sort of part of the aim. Try and get these guys properly fed on polluted oxygen. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Okay, we're pumping. We're not pumping very effectively right now. Deconstruct that gas pipe, and in fact, we can deconstruct that gas vent in just a second. There we go. Right, wonderful. Smart battery. Is anyone working on the smart battery? I'm working on the assumption that that is indeed happening. Alright, cool. How's this area looking? It's looking good, to be honest. It's looking good. How's it looking temperature-wise? I mean, 38 degrees is lower than it was. I think it was about 50 or 60. And it is a pretty important bit of infrastructure, so I guess, yeah, we're doing not too bad. But we can always be doing better. Okay, let me build a ladder out this way. Yeah, get that dug out as well. Priority 9. It's already going to be dug out anyway. I'm not even sure why I'm worried. How is this area not inaccessible, by the way? Oh, is it just because I need to... Yeah, it's because I need to dig this out. Right, dig that out. Or, yeah, just do that. Yeah, get that done. Cool. Alright. And then that gas pipe is going to be pretty much built. Okay, that was way quicker than I was originally anticipating. That does not need to be changed over from a different type of pipe. Okay, we should now see the resumption of pumping. Oh, no. We got one more bit to go. There we go. Now we should see the resumption of pumping. Fantastic. Okay. It's going to slow the natural gas generators down just a little bit, but that's fine. Power available. I'm going to set this at 31 and 10. Sure. Yeah, okay. We've got empty pipe. That should not happen. Yeah, we are still having, I think, power issues here. Yeah, ever so slight power issues. And the reason that we're having power issues is because we don't have a dedicated pipe for carbon dioxide outlay. Yeah, so that's slowing us down a little bit, which is a bit of a bummer, to be honest. Yeah, I could honestly do with fixing that. Yeah, let's get... Yeah, that... Whoa, what the heck, my dude? How did you manage to do that? I did not ask you to do that. Right. Is that buildable? That's unreachable. I thought that that might be the case. That's irritating. Well, that's the edge of space right there, which is a problem. in a sense, because it's the edge of space. But technically it's within space. Or within our base, should I say. But the other problem is that I can't raise this pipe without excavating another layer. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that, sure. Let's get a layer in right over here. Let's get 2 ladders in right there. Nice. And then let's just queue this area up to be dug out. And we'll queue a brand new sort of bespoke pipe right there. And we'll destroy that gas pipe right there as well. Yeah, if we do that priority 9, it means that all of this stuff will be carbon dioxide. All of this will be... This area will prioritize carbon dioxide anyway, which means that we'll be fine for power. Okay, wonderful. That works pretty much as intended. Okay, as you can see, we're now running both aqua tuners at full speed, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Right, nice. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put in a gas bridge here. So that can go in there. Hold on, cancel all that. And then we'll put in a gas bridge right here. Yep, so we will prioritize inputs from carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide is the more important resource to at least remove from this area. Okay, so we've actually smartified all of our power. I mean, our power is still dodgy. I mean, we still need to use natural gas in order to heat this area. But, I mean, that's a small price to pay, truthfully. That is a very, very small price to pay for a system that is working so darned well. Yeah, this is really, really good. This is really, really good. Okay, we do need to try and get this area to be fully sort of unified. We need a natural gas working area. So I'm going to start opening up this polluted water zone. And I'm going to start digging out all of this nonsense. And, in fact, digging out all of this nonsense. Start cleaning up the area a little bit. Okay. I'm also going to put down some mesh tiles over here. Mesh tiles over there. And actually, what I really want to do is move the ladder. I want to move the ladder over here. If I move the ladder over there, then that will give us an extra little bit of space where we can put a wall. I don't love doing it because I want to get a dupe access tube. But we're going to need to do it. Right. Get all of that built. And then we can get that ladder deconstructed, which is going to be great. Absolutely great. I mean, already things are looking up. Things are looking up. We're recycling that natural gas. We're getting the natural gas out of here. Turbines are looking good. We're not wasting any of the natural gas as opposed to what we used to be doing. Okay, let's just make sure that this sort of works. I think our automation grid is, yeah, it's fully connected up. That's perfect. I don't even need to worry about this gas shutoff anymore. I mean, technically I am wasting 10 watts of power by just having it powered. That's fine. It's a price I'm willing to pay. How are we doing over here? Not great, honestly. We got 900 kilograms of steel, though, so we are doing a-okay in terms of the resource that we're producing. However, irritatingly, this liquid pipe is just being repeatedly wrecked. And also, we're not actually getting enough water into this area to use as proper coolant. Oh, this is very, very cold water. That's great. Yeah, we're not getting a heck of a lot of water in here to use as coolant, but that's actually okay. That's actually fine. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This whole system is good. Things are working pretty darn well. In fact, they're working so well that we might actually run out of water in this room here. How are we doing germ-wise over here as well? Oh, we're doing great germ-wise. That's fantastic. That is really, really great. That is really, really great. I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's priority 8 all of that. Looking good. And then that should allow us to finally get all of this pipe constructed. Insufficient oxygen generation. I mean, whatever. That's silly. We don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Our oxygen system is flowing slowly. Our system is working. It is working though. That's what matters. We probably have too few many. Yeah, we want to try and move some of these guys out of here as quickly as we possibly can. It's 111 degrees Celsius in here now, which is very, very good, in fact, because that's pretty much the exact temperature that we're aiming for. Yeah, your body temperature is still just a little bit too low, though, so I'm sure it'll increase, and as it increases, we will get a molten egg. A molten larva egg. Great. All right, I need to do something with all of this water here. I was also thinking of the fact that we don't really have any place to get nice, cool, polluted water. Because I was thinking about bringing some hot polluted water into the base. But I don't really want to do that. Fertilization is required, and we need phosphorite. And I don't think we have any phosphorite. The reason that we don't have any phosphorite is because it's all in this chest right over there. Which is fine. Oh man, I'm just so happy that this area is actually working properly. It's going to be another story entirely when the natural gas generator stops working because we don't have enough natural gas. But until that day comes, I'm pretty darn happy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're very low on natural gas, in fact. But that's okay, because the whole point of setting up this room like this... Hold on, if I set up to just destroy buildings. Yep, destroy buildings from here. Ladder, deconstruction errand. Okay, perfect. That's actually what I want. Okay, let's get a metal airlock right in over there. Let's get that all connected up. Sure. Let's cancel deconstruction of this. There we go. And then this needs to be deconstructed. You know, we don't even need to deconstruct all of that. Just deconstruct all of that ladder so that we can get a wall in there. I mean, it doesn't look the prettiest. Don't get me wrong, I know. However, it will work. Okay, that's flooded. That's, I mean, straight up just not good. Let's set that all to be mopped up. Wonderful. Let's get this all dug out. Cue that to be dug out. Cue that to be dug out. Build a ladder down this way. Right. And once all of that slime is removed, build a ladder right here. That gas vent can be deconstructed. I don't actually think that we use that gas vent for anything at all. Deconstruct that gas pipe as well. And instead get that down there. Cool. Looking good. I'm going to leave this area kind of open. I say this area. I'm going to leave this area kind of open. Yeah, we're just going to put that down there as well. Sure. Yeah, so get this area sort of all sealed off. And then this can be sort of our natural gas working area. We might want to get sort of a more... I don't know. We might want to get more oil refineries at some point in the future, if that's what we need. So, you know, might as well leave a little bit of space in here for options. Allow us to do something, if we wish to. Also, if we have our sole point of access to this ladder up here, means that we don't need to worry about any entry points in this area. So, yeah, this is all going to work. I'm pretty happy with this. It's all looking pretty darn good. That's an unreachable build. That's pretty darn irritating, to be honest. Right, dig that out and instead replace that, yeah. Right, nice. And what do you know? Suddenly, all of our problems are going to be fixed. You know what? Don't even bother. Don't even bother with that. You know what? This can be the only bit that we don't replace. It's going to annoy me too, but whatever. It now means that we can repair the pump for whatever reason. We can rewire the entire area. It doesn't actually matter because all of the natural gas should theoretically stay within the confines of this room. This is the room. The natural gas room. And then it'll be pumped out at the top. So I'm not saying that we're ever going to reach a total vacuum in this room. That might happen. Might happen, but it won't happen for a significant period of time. So there you go. Right. Natural gas consumption is obscene, to be honest. It is absolutely obscene, and we're going to run out of it very, very soon indeed. Let's bump the priority of the power, shall we? Current load is not anywhere near max, which is good. Right, yeah, let's start creating some artificial natural gas, shall we? Also, did we ever build this massive corridor under here? I don't think we did. I don't know what happened to that massive corridor that I queued up to be built. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Carbon dioxide vent. What do I want to do with carbon dioxide? Ooh, also, right at the very bottom of the world, we had queued up some more stuff to be dug out. Let's prioritize that all as priority number 9. I want to see what we've got down here. We've got two more vents, I think, which is quite exciting. There we go. Let's see what's going on. Really? Really? Alright. Whatever. Let's also get rid of that. Alright. What is happening over here? That's why I don't want to deal with the bottom of the base. It just takes such a darn long time to get there, you know? Alright. Give me the good news. Somebody is ready to reproduce a molten larva egg. Oh, it's darn close. It's so darn close. You're making a bunch of crude oil at the moment. I mean, not a bunch of crude oil. We've got too little space. Too little space in this area. We need to increase the space that they're entitled to. But I don't want to increase it too much, otherwise it will cease to be a stables. What have we got? A volcano? Oh, saltwater geyser? Alright. Alright, it's lame, but I guess it is what it is. Sure, uncover it. Bit of sour gas, that's always fine, I guess. That's a wheeze wart, that is cool. We have 2 people that are idle. How are we out of oxygen? Hold on. What are we testing for? Above. It is actually unbelievably below 28 degrees Celsius at the moment. Okay, wow. I guess I had just been on the assumption that we would never have oxygen that cold ever again. Oh, lime. 150 kilograms of lime. That is going to make steel production so much easier. Hold up. Why are you running, my dude? Why are you running? Threshold should be 50%. Okay, hold on. Disable that building a second. Yeah. Right. Not entirely sure why that was happening. Because maybe it was just because these batteries technically count as storage capacity. I don't know. That seems a little bit ridiculous. But whatever the case, the fact that that has been sorted and we now have even more oxygen. Oh boy, that's just so grand. That is so grand. So it comes in here, 31 degrees Celsius. It should get taken down to about 23, something like that. Whatever we test for, 28. I mean, we should aim a little bit more ambitious than that. 27, sure. We'll test for 27. And then it will be output into the suits. Yeah, so that's where our oxygen production was lacking. Okay. Right. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that seems to be fine. I could install a high-pressure gas vent, but I don't want to put in a high-pressure gas vent, because otherwise, well, their eardrums are going to start popping, and we're going to have far too much, and it's all just going to... It's all going to be total nonsense. It's not going to work. Right, how are we doing natural gas-wise? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not well. Not well whatsoever. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? It takes a serious amount of resource to power these steam turbines. Yeah. Not even these steam turbines. The thermal aquatuners. Ironically, I think the answer to this is another thermo aquatuner. I think that is legitimately the answer here. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is either that or we try and install another steam generator at some point, like down here. But then we're gonna have to, you know, big old cable all the way up to here. I mean, how much power can these things output? 850 watts. I mean, it's not even that much. We need all three of them to be running. Just to power two. Just to power two thermal aquatuners. Yeah. And that's a big old problem. That is a big old problem. And not to mention the fact that we need to get them to produce at 100% capacity in order for us to get that temperature. In order for us to get that 850 watts even, is what I meant to say. Yeah, so we need to put more hot stuff in here. Natural gas, 127 degrees. It's annoying that we've got natural gas in here, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, pipe is blocked. Yeah, that's going to be a reoccurring problem. I don't know what we want to do here, actually. I think I want to leave it like this for now, to be honest. Because I am hoping that we're going to be able to get these steam turbines up and running, but for the moment, it just doesn't look like things are working out. We are running them a tiny bit at the time, but I think we need more thermo aquatuners. That's crazy, but I mean, it might be the only way. It might be the only way to just supercharge our thermo aquatuner area. That or install another steam turbine somewhere. I mean, to be honest, the other alternative, which I have not even countenanced at all, is that we do genuinely commit to solar panels. That is an option. There we go. Priority 9, all of that. There we go. I think that is totally fine. Let's get all of that in place. And then I think we will be good. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Oh, look. Apparently we can just, yeah. Deconstruct it through the wall. Perfect, I guess, if that's the case. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that everything looks fine at the moment. Everything looks fine. Everything should be fine. As long as we can continue to get natural gas. But the only problems lie when we cannot manage to get any more natural gas. Which is a real potential. A real potential problem. Right, 20 degrees Celsius. Should we be a little bit more ambitious? Should we take it down to 15 degrees Celsius? Yeah, if it's below 15 degrees Celsius, then send it round again. Cool. Nice. Alright, so we're really getting nice, cool oxygen into the base, which is good. Yep. Slowly but surely, we're gonna be cooling things down. This area is a little bit hot at the moment, but I mean, other than building a big old radiator, which I may well do in time, I don't want to touch it for now. Right, who's going to come down and dig that? Also, what's going on down at the very bottom of the base? Aha! Okay, great. Cancel that and instead just work on this. Can we see what's underneath here? No, we cannot. It's still an unreachable dig. but that's okay. What's the temperature of the water around here? 34 degrees Celsius. It's actually not too bad. That's actually quite a lovely color, I must say. That is quite delightful. Right, somebody's idle, which means somebody's stuck. Oh, the reason that you're stuck is because the suit is unpowered, unoxygenated. That's fine. I mean, what do we have to do within the base? I mean, we want to do some fertilization. This area is slightly hot. Why is it slightly hot? I mean, I think it's slightly hot due to the fact that we do have regular uninsulated gas pipes in here. Yeah, do that. Get that in place instead. Yeah, get these gas pipes all insulated. That way, none of the heat can actually escape. To be honest, why do the gas pipes need to come in here? Why can't they just go straight through there? Yeah. Not sure about that, honestly. Cancel all this. I don't want to deal with any of that nonsense. Just instead get them to go right through this way. And then we don't need to worry about any of this nonsense. Beautiful. And it gives Cray Penguin a job as well, which is fantastic. Okay, what is our geyser down here? Or what's our volcano? It is a water geyser. Highly pressurized hot water, 95 degrees Celsius. Oh boy. Alright, well that's, I mean, distinctly irritating. Saltwater geyser, what temperature is this? 95 degrees, salt water. Alright, fine. I mean, that's basically going to become unsalted water as soon as it evaporates. Whatever. Not up to me. Okay, also, this should be in a sealed room. We've got too much nonsense really getting into this area. Yeah, that's irritating. Irritating how there's always dirt falling or sand falling on this area. I'm pretty sure it's because something is cooling. Something is cooling and it drops back down. I don't actually know. I don't actually know what sand is. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Am I causing any nonsense? No. That is me. That is me as well, but I don't care about that because we're pumping natural gas and that's all that I care about. Oh boy, we're down to our last few bits of natural gas because this area has taken so much, and now we're also using this area as well. Oh my god. I think we got to start using petroleum or something. But I want to start using a renewable resource. That's the only thing. I want to use a renewable resource. I want to use glass. I want to use glass. Let's set up to use glass, and we'll focus on getting a proper solar panel array in the next episode. The real issue is that solar panels are going to be a problem in themselves. In fact, no, I've already got a glass forge. What am I talking about? Outputs high temperature liquid. That's okay then. That means that we can queue one up for construction right over here and sort of just use the existing water-cooled network that we've already got. What's the temperature that we're going back at? 27 degrees Celsius. Honestly, that's fine. We can test, actually. We can test the water here. How much does it heat the water up? I think it heats the water up about 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so what we can do, if you just bear with me a second here, folks. What we can do is we can actually set up a water test. Plumbing, that's the one. Liquid shutoff. That's right. Yep, set that up there. Liquid pipe thermosensor. Cool. And we will get that queued up. Perfect. And the power can just be connected up there. Grand. I mean, this doesn't in any way solve our natural gas problems, but it does sort of solve other problems, I guess. It also doesn't really answer the question of where the heck we're supposed to put our glass forge. Because we do need to put it somewhere. Is it refinement? Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit big, isn't it? A bit big. How much power does it take up? 1.2 kilowatts? Oh boy, if only it was that easy. I mean, petroleum, I think the petroleum generator outputs quite a lot of power, doesn't it? It outputs... Yeah, 2,000 kilowatts. Okay, I mean, we've got a lot of petroleum. Does it output natural gas or something? Is this the thing that outputs sour gas? No, carbon dioxide and polluted water. I've already checked that. Yeah, outputs water. I think, to be honest, I think that this might be a two-pronged approach. I think we need to get a petroleum generator. I think that that is a honest must. We need to get it probably in over here somewhere. Yeah. And in fact, to be honest, putting it up here would be good because the carbon dioxide will fall down and that will force up the natural gas. Because I think, yeah, carbon dioxide is below natural gas. So if we put the petroleum generator up near the top, or up nearer the top, then that will be grand. Overheat temperatures plus 50 degrees Celsius. I don't think that we're going to come near that, but that's fine. We should be able to sort of just directly plumb in petroleum. Yep, easy. And it'll output carbon dioxide just directly. And that's that, actually. We'll need to link it up to our power network, but that in itself is not too difficult to do because we'll just go over there like so, and then that'll be that. I mean, I feel like it should be more challenging than that, but that is actually what's going to fix all of our power problems. And we'll just run that constantly. In fact, no, we won't run that constantly. What we'll do is we will just set up the same test that we apply to... Yeah, we'll just connect it up to the same smart battery that we set up to these natural gas generators. Yeah, cool. Although, if we were to do that, then that means that these natural gas generators would also be working at the same time that the petroleum generator is working. They kind of want to take the load off these natural gas generators for a while. So maybe we just straight up disable them. Yeah, because I mean, the thing is now that we've got other natural gas generators which we need to prioritize powering. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? That is clearly an important problem, but it's a problem for the next episode, because that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you oh so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Obita Potato. This has been Oxygen Not Included. I'll see you next time. Bye.